Hi everyone, my name is Chrys. For this video, I am going to share what to do if an earthquake ever strikes where you are. And you never know when an earthquake will strike. It cannot be predicted. And you never know where an earthquake might happen, even if you're not near a fault line. The fact is, if an earthquake is strong enough, you can feel it for hundreds of miles away. Now, number one, if you are inside, go in a doorway, stand against an inside wall, such as in a hall, or go under a table or bench or desk. Stay away from windows at all costs. And anything breakable, such as a tall curio cabinet, which I have right next to me, or bookcases like I have behind me. You do not want to be near anything that can fall over and crush you. You want to be in a clear area with something sturdy above you or sturdy at your back. If you're outside, stay clear of buildings. Do not run into them. That is something a lot of people might do. They think it might be safer to be inside a building, but it's not, because there's a lot more debris. And the fact is, buildings can collapse. A house can collapse. So stay outside. Just find an area where nothing can fall on you. Maybe in the middle of the road, so you can keep an eye on the buildings around you. And maybe in a ditch, just stay clear of any building. If you're in a car when an earthquake strikes, pull over and stay in your car. Do not get out. After the quake, don't go outside where there could be fallen objects or objects still falling, because if something's loose, it could take just a little bit of time before it actually does come down. And there could also be downed power lines, so you don't want to risk it. Just stay inside your house in a safe location. Inside, check for a gas leak. Open your windows and shut off the main valve. Don't light matches, candles, or lighters until you know it's safe. There have been many gas leaks and explosions because people just don't realize that a gas leak can happen during earthquake, but it can because those pipes, they're moving too. That's also why, there are water leaks and pipes burst, spraying water everywhere, because earthquakes are strong. They can move and break pipes. Boil water if you can until authorities say the water is safe to drink. Now, if you have no water whatsoever at your disposal, not even water that you can boil, well, in a real pinch, if you're desperate, there is a large quantity of water in a toilet tank. But once again, you might want to boil that water. Listen to the radio for emergency information. The radio is the one place that you'll be able to find out what is going on, because most telephone lines will be either down or there'll be so many calls coming in that it'll crash. A radio, if you can get a battery operated radio. I have a radio that is actually, you wind it up and it's solar powered. So, if you don't do anything else to prepare for a potential disaster, at least try to get a radio that you can have to listen to for any sort of emergency news. Do not use electricity or other utilities, as there could be cracks in water mains or electrical currents. Now, you don't want to electrocute yourself. You do not want, to flood your home. Just don't use anything until you know your house is safe and there is no damage. If there is a water leak, turn off the main valve. If electricity is sorting out, switch off the meter box. Don't use your phone. Only use it to report an emergency. I know that when disasters happen, you want to call and find out if, your family and your friends are okay, but there is plenty of time to do that after. Immediately after a disaster, such as an earthquake, the phone lines need to be open for emergencies. And thousands of people calling to check up on loved ones could lead to, the phone lines going down, crashing because of too many calls, or, busy signals or whatever. So wait until the next day when not as many emergencies will be getting called in to call your loved ones. Don't leave safety to sightsee. And I know this is one that many people have the urge if there was a hurricane, tropical storm, fire, earthquake, anything. They have the urge to go out and see the damage. But you don't want to do that because, one, emergency vehicles are out there. Emergency workers are out there. They need the roads cleared. The less people out on the roads, the better for them and for you. Stay inside. There is still the threat of, falling debris and aftershocks. If you're in a car during an aftershock and the roads are damaged, an aftershock could damage them and open them up. Or if a building is damaged and you're going into a building or you're driving by a building and an aftershock happens, it could come down during an aftershock. Aftershocks are still very, very dangerous, and that's actually the time when a lot more, injuries can happen because people think it's over and then an aftershock happens. Lock your doors to stop looters. We all know that there's those people who come out looking to take advantage of other people. They will break into homes. They will break into businesses. Lock your doors and, if possible, even try and board up your windows. Try and keep safe and deter anyone from wanting to come in and steal from you. And finally, clean up any glass in your home, around your home. Clean it up so nobody gets hurt. If there is an aftershock, you do not want to fall down on broken glass. Now, I hope anyone watching this does not actually have to use those tips, but they are all good to know in case of emergency, and many of those tips apply to any type of emergency and disaster. So be safe, be smart, and thank you for watching.